I'm going to be sharing a real life event. This is about how I met my abuser. I wasn't going to share this until one day the Almighty came to me and told me to share my story. So, yes, this is a real life story, a real life story of 9 years that I have to share. And I pray that I remember things that happen, if not majority of the things that happen. And sometimes they may not be in order, so just bear with me on all this. Like I said, this was 9 years of a crazy life. So I'm gonna start off first, like I said, with how I met him. Okay, so one night I was outside with one of my brothers and his friend, his best friend. And we were all friends on top of that. We would hang out together, If they go somewhere sometimes they would invite me. It's you know, times they won't invite me. Especially when they go be with girls. No, I wasn't invited. Anyways, so one night we was hanging out in front of our house and this white car pull up. And the guy gets out of the car, come to find out that's uh, our friend's brother, right? And all of a sudden, I end up going in the house, because my brother and his friend they was about to leave, but not with the brother that pulled up in a white car. So I go in the house, come to find out my brother and his friend gone. And then one of my sisters come to the door and says, "Somebody's at the door for you." I'm like, "Well, who was at the door for me? It's 8 o'clock at night. None of my friends is out 8 o'clock at night." And she went to go to the door and ask him his name and everything and came back. She let me know that was so and so's brother. He said he want to talk to you. So I'm like, I don't know this dude. What he want to talk to me for? So I ended up, going to the door. Um, Went outside. Went to go talk for a minute, and I gave it the okay because it was so and so's brother, you know. And I wasn't thinking nothing of, is he gonna do anything to me or things like that. I wasn't thinking nothing like that. I just thought, oh, he's just my friend's brother, so let me go. So I went outside and I talked. So I'm talking to him, right? And then he asked me if I wanted to take a ride with him. And I sat there and I thought about it for a minute. I said, well, he is so and so's brother, and my brother's friend as well. So I ended up taking a ride with the dude, you know. But before I left, I believe I told one of my sisters that I left for him, just in case anything happened. They know to question his little brother, go to his little brother. Okay, so we go. I get in the car with him, we leave, we go whatever, place to place. I remember him stopping at multiple people's homes, including apartments. I had no idea why he was stopping so many times, and I never asked. Um, no, we didn't stay at these places a long time for a short period of time. A few times he did ask me if I wanted to go in, and I told him no. I said in the car, I don't know them people, And on top of that, You know, I wasn't one of the people just, just going to anybody's house, you know. So it was the last stop that what did it for me. The very, very last stop. But I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So we pull up into this huge apartment complex. At least I thought it was an apartment complex because, it looked like an apartment complex. And he parked, got out, went to somebody's door, got back in maybe a few minutes later, drove around, and it's like, okay, he go into the office. And I'm thinking he's going to, okay, this is not an apartment now. This is a hotel. And the crazy part about this is that he knew what he was doing. That's why the way he came in did not look like we was coming into a hotel. We came in a back way. That looked like we was coming into some apartments. Excuse me about that. Okay, so he going to the office, and I'm thinking he going to the office looking for. Asking one of the receptionists about somebody looking for the door, to whoever he going for. Okay, so he get back in the car, and then he drive around from the office, and he like, he parked first. He like, come on. I'm like, huh? He's like, come on, come in. And he's like, come on. Because I just looked at him like, I meant to mention too that we went to go get something to eat. So he's like, grab the food. Okay, I'm like, I don't want to eat this at nobody's house. I don't know these people. So I get out. And when we get to the door, I seen him pull the key out, the hotel key. And I just stood there. I knew what time it was. And I just stood there and I'm like to myself, I gotta go home. It's already past 10 o'clock. I'm like, I gotta go home. He opened the door. I'm like, come in. I said, you gonna take me home? I said, I gotta go home. He said, yeah, I'm gonna take you home. I said, well, when? He said, don't worry about it. Y'all, he got in there, closed the door. I sat at the table that they had up in there, the table with the 2 chairs, the little circle table. And he went to the bathroom. And he came out. Didn't even give me enough chance to take one bite of the food. He started pulling off my clothes. And I'm trying to tell him, no, I don't want to do this. I want to go home. Just please take me home. Oh, I'm going to take you home, I'm like, I got to go home, dude. I got to go home. But this dude wouldn't take me home. This dude, way taller than I am, way more than I weigh. I'm 17 years old. This little bitty thing. This dude's 6 feet. Just imagine a 5'4", 17-year-old, 130 pounds, in real good shape, 6 foot dude. Look like he weighed 200 pounds, but he don't have weight like that on him. Not a heavy set. He wasn't heavy set, but looked like he weighed, about 200 pounds. Okay, so now he overpowered me, took everything off of me, and did non-consensual things with me. But I'm sitting in the midst of him still doing what he doing. I'm telling him, I gotta go home. Like, just take me home. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. He kept doing what he was doing. And after he got finished, he fell asleep. I wasn't taking no shower. I wasn't doing none of that. I put my stuff back on. I'm going home. I sat right there in that chair for half of the night. Then I got a little bit too tired. I ended up falling asleep. Early in the morning, the next day, got up. It took me home. And that was the end of that night. So later on that day, when my brother came back home, I asked him about the dude. Wait, let me go back real quick. Before I got out the car with the dude, he asked me if I had 7 kids. I said, no. Why you ask me that? He said, because your brother and my brother told me you got 7 kids. I laughed a bit. And I thought to myself, maybe they was protecting me in a way. But back to later on that day, when I asked my brother about him, my brother told me dude was 20 years old, just turned 20 that year. Have a girlfriend at home and a little boy. I just said, oh, okay. And I asked my brother, I said, why y'all tell that dude I got 7 kids? He laughed and just walked off. I never told my brother what happened. I just kept it to myself. I never told nobody what happened. Okay, so days went by, dude looking for me. I'm trying to dodge him. He kept coming to the house for me. I kept dodging him. It was getting close to the summertime. And I had an auntie who lived in Oakland, California. And my mom, she called my mom and asked, was it okay if I come out there? So I ended up going, and it was a relief for me because I got away from dude. Because my intentions was not to mess around with this dude. So I go to Oakland, California, out there for a while. I think I came back in September 1997. I was 17. My brother is like, a boy looking for you. I said, don't tell him I'm back. Do not tell him I am back. But my brother ended up telling him anyways. And when my brother told him, he didn't waste no time come knocking on the door for me. I'm like, and the crazy part about it, I was the one that answered the door. Didn't even know it was him. Wish we had a peephole back there on that door. And anyways, and that's how everything started. That's how everything started. Before I even share more about the abuse, I want to say this before I forget it, because this is what the Almighty brought back to me. Just put it like this. My life was no longer my life. It was his life. And if it didn't go according to his plan, it was a wrap for me. It was like I signed my life over to the devil and didn't even know it. He controlled everything from what I wore, the things I ate, the things I drank, how I dressed, underclothing, what time I went to bed, my emotions. What I mean by my emotions, like if I was like feeling down or whatever, oh, he wasn't having it. I had to feel the way he felt. Or if I was mad about something that he did to me, I had to feel the way he felt. Before I move on, I want to say this. I lost all bit of happiness that I had before him. I barely smiled at things. I barely laughed at things. That dude took a lot from me. When I say he took a lot from me, he took a lot. I wasn't even who I was supposed to be. I was somebody for him. Somebody he tried to get me to be. It was like he was my creator, not Yah. That's what it was like. He controlled who I talked to, how long I talked. I couldn't even talk in private. If I tried talking in private, he'd think I was hiding something. And if he felt that I was hiding something, even though I wasn't, it was a wrap for me. This dude wanted to know everything that I was talking about, even though I was in front of him. He wanted to know what the other person was saying, so I had to repeat the whole conversation so he can see if what I was saying, my response, was adding up. It came a time where I couldn't talk to nobody. He got the number changed. I couldn't get a number to nobody. If I was to call anybody to let somebody know that I was okay, it would have been my sister, one of my sisters, and one friend. All the other friends I had to get rid of. The people I talked to really wasn't good enough for him. So that one friend and that one sister, if I called them, I would have to enter another number so that he wouldn't do redial and see who I was talking to. Then I can tell him I wouldn't talk to nobody. I didn't call nobody. You know, I was tired. If I showed any kind of negativity, any kind of signs towards him that he didn't like, he wanna interrogate me, and then want to like, you know, be all physical, not in a good way. And not only that, after the abuse, he wants to have these what you call this, these intimacy moments. Dude, I just been abused. Don't nobody want to be intimate. And yes, I was truly isolated. Truly. It's a lot more to this. It sure is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I just want to say, ladies that are in abusive relationships, get out. Get out. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing yourself. It's not worth losing your sense of humor. I used to love to laugh. I couldn't lie about anything, and that's why I was so serious about the things in my life through my entire life. I used to never smile. People used to never want to sit by me because I always had this mug on my face. I barely talked to people after I got away and everything, including being in a relationship with him. If he thought I was talking to another man, y'all, be careful with these men who like to abuse. Because if he think you talking to another man and you know you ain't, you know you are not, this is his word against yours. He's going with what he feels. He's going with what he think ran through his mind instead of, okay, yeah, she wasn't talking to nobody, okay. Them people are crazy. Get away. I wish I would have ran somewhere and just got away. Later on down the line, I ended up getting pregnant. But I will share that in the next video about some other things. That happened as well. Y'all have a good day.